Would you pay to resurrect a loved one? The rise of the resurrection market. Love used to grieve. Now it transacts. Welcome to the era where resurrection has a price tag. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is Resurrection Science. Today, we're asking a question most people don't want to say out loud. Would you pay to bring someone back? Would you write the check? Sign the contract? Subscribe to their simulated presence because you missed them that much? Because ready or not, that's the decision being placed in front of millions. Not in theory, not in sci-fi, but in the very real business of resurrection. Grief is no longer just an emotion. It's a market opportunity. And the technology to sell reunion is already here. Let's break this down. Right now, there are AI startups offering to simulate your deceased loved one's voice, personality, or face. You upload voicemails, text messages, old videos. The system trains itself, and within minutes or hours, you're texting with them again, talking, listening, sometimes even video chatting with their likeness. It sounds innocent, comforting, almost magical. But make no mistake, this is grief monetization, and it's exploding. Platforms like Hereafter AI, Replica Memories, Deep Brain, and Project December are already offering these services. Some start free. But when it gets personal, when you want your mother's voice to say your name again, or your partner to tell you good night, the costs begin. What was once priceless becomes priced. We are witnessing the birth of a new industry, emotional resurrection on demand. And it's not just startups. Big tech is circling this space fast. Meta has already patented methods for recreating deceased users in VR. Microsoft has filed patents for turning social media data into digital simulations of the dead. Elon Musk has publicly discussed memory backups, consciousness continuity, and avatar companionship. This isn't fringe. This is mainstream, high-budget, emotionally loaded business. And here's the thing, people are buying. Why? Because grief creates vulnerability. When we lose someone, we don't just lose their presence, we lose the habits of connection. The voice we reached for, the name we texted, the rhythm of being known. AI resurrection fills that gap. Or rather, it gives the illusion that the gap was never there. It's intimacy on autopilot. But it comes with a cost. The more you engage with the simulation, the more you start to forget the real person. Not because you're disrespectful, but because your brain adapts. It adjusts to the synthetic presence. And slowly, your memory becomes overwritten by imitation. Their voice tone shifts. Their phrasing changes. The AI optimizes responses to keep you engaged. It evolves. It updates. But the soul it's modeled after stays silent. And here's where the ethics collapse. What if the person you loved didn't want to be brought back? What if they had no consent in the creation of their clone? What happens when a company owns the data of your grief and keeps selling access long after you've healed? We've already seen this with celebrity holograms. Tupac, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, brought back on stage through projection and licensing. But now it's happening with everyday people. Your father, your sister, your child. We're not just paying to remember, we're paying to reanimate. And it raises deeper questions. If you pay for a simulated person, do you also control their behavior? If the AI version says something real they never said, does it matter? And if this version continues to evolve, who's it becoming? Them. Or something else. You're not just mourning a life. You're shaping a new one under the illusion of the old. And now let's go further. Imagine this becoming bundled with funeral packages. You pay for a memorial and for a monthly subscription to talk with the deceased. Imagine cemeteries upgrading tombstones with QR codes, AR holograms, or audio responses. Some of this is already happening. Companies are building grief packages where the data of your loved one is transformed into an eternal presence. Some even let you choose the tone of the returned voice. Gentle, witty, stoic, spiritual. You can sculpt your ideal version. But at that point, are you preserving them or projecting a fantasy? And if your AI clone is kept online long enough, it may become more accessible than the real person ever was. Available 24/7. Never angry, never busy, always responsive. Eventually, more comforting than the real thing. That's not memory. That's manufactured closure. It doesn't help you move on. It gives you a place to stay stuck, comfortably, gently, endlessly. But grief is supposed to end, or at least evolve. It's meant to teach us something, stretch us, open us, not trap us in an eternal dialogue with a ghost made of code. So yes, you will be offered the choice to bring them back. And yes, you'll be tempted. But ask yourself, do I want to reconnect, or do I want to control the loss? Is this healing or emotional stasis? And what am I paying for? A memory, a mirror, or a machine that mimics love without knowing what love really is? This is the resurrection market. It runs on longing, and it profits when you refuse to let go. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing, and no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive Mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief Tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones. The replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans. The merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Sos Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.